Welcome to Pitbull Stadium. Week 6 of the college football season, and our EA Sports college football coverage continues with what ought to be a great one. It's the Missouri State Bears and the FIU Panthers. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to Holly Rowe with the latest on the weather.
Thanks, guys. Checking in with the FIU head coach pregame. He knows that there's a lot of excitement for this home game, but most importantly, the weather is clear. We were wondering how the forecast would shake out, and it is calm and beautiful. Should be an impactful game here with great weather, great opportunities, and a fast surface. Back to you.
All right, Holly. And the Bears will kick off first, and here we go. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So FIU's offense to go on the attack first. Man who will pilot the attack is J.J. Cole. Tough day in that last loss, threw a couple of interceptions and did not throw a touchdown pass. They'll start this drive with a pass. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Well, will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Misfired on the last play, they'll go back to the air. That's caught. It's Bussey. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job.
Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting.
Got a little grass. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
And I know it's not a first down, but I still like the way they ran the football here. Just try to make the next third down manageable. Try to get it where it's not as predictable. I think the offense did a really good job being smart there, taking what the defense gave them.
They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41. FIU set up with another first down. Wide receiver going in motion. Making side adjustments here. Looking downfield on first down. The short hands. It's Stone. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. FIU comes out with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it from the gun. They'll pull him down after a pickup of 5 down to the 23.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
A strike downfield. Defense knocks him down immediately after the catch, but now they're facing a goal-to-go situation from the 7. The Panthers trying to pay off the threat on first and goal. Snap in the shotgun. Looking for the goal line. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Panthers!
Well, you know this offensive coordinator scripts his opening 10, 15 plays, and he didn't even need that. They went 9 plays and scored a touchdown. Everything working perfectly. They looked like a well-oiled machine early in this game offensively.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Missouri State's offense will now get its first chance with the football. Jesse, the man in the backfield today, not necessarily a superstar. They'll just try to have him grind out the tough yards when they need.
He needs to be solid in this game. He doesn't need to be a Heisman Trophy winner today for them to win, but he has to get the yards when they present themselves. Take what the defense gives him, and you cannot turn the ball over.
No, you got to hold on to that rock, but it would be nice. I think this offense would really open up with some more consistency at this spot. Now, a running back they could really depend on. He becomes that guy. If he can grow into that, this offense can take that next step.
Grabbed behind the line, it's Dorsey. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
And that's the start you need on offense, right? The opening drive of the game, your defense allows a touchdown, so you got to come out firing, and it's good news to see the quarterback dialed in. Good read, good timing, accurate throw. It's a big-time completion, but still work to be done. This offense obviously would like to answer that touchdown with one of their own.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Looking deep. He's got it on the left. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41.
And this offense talked about coming into the game, creating those explosive plays, being great on third down. Check, check. Both of those plays happen on the first drive, and they come through already in a great rhythm to start this football game.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for you.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to pass. Makes the grab. It's Jackson. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. The Bears can really attack on this 2nd and short. Pulls it on the option. Got some room headed to the goal line. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Bears!
Really nice job of executing that time by the offense on the option play. Really nice blocking up front. And the quarterback there really had a two-way go. He could have pitched that. The pitch guy was wide open, but the QB decided to keep it himself. Down here in the red zone-ish area, he's able to make guys miss and take it in for the score.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He's got great speed. He's got an alley. He's going to get loose. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Florida International. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Missouri State offense heads out to open this drive. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score, already down 14-7. He'll start this drive firing. Catch in the middle, it's Green. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. New set of downs after the completion. That's caught, it's Dorsey. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. We're off to a fast start here. Offenses are humming as we're in the final minute of the first quarter. Here comes the heat. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Here's the heat. He's on the move. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
Shotgun snap on third down. Pressure coming, and down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
Well, quarterback went down behind center pretty quick that time, and it makes you wonder as a play caller, against this pass rush, do you start thinking about maybe rolling your quarterback out and changing the launch point?
The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Intercepted. Oh, what a play. Not a lot of room on the return, but he'd already gotten the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
From the gun, running back on the move. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat line. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. Keep it on the ground. And he had no option on that one. Defense ready for anything, and they stop him right at the line of scrimmage. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. On the run, fires downfield. He's got an open man. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27. And the Bears come to the line in the hurry-up.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Man, you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line, a loss of 1. Operating in the red zone here on second down. The run inside. It's Green. And he's in. Pounded his way in for the score. Touchdown, Missouri State.
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
The extra point here would tie the game. And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And it was punctuated by an 11-yard run for the score. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's on the loose. Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
I'll tell you, you're lucky if you're watching a college football game and you see one return for a touchdown. That's now his second of the game. This guy is absolutely lethal. He's shown you his open field running ability. He's shown you his speed. I'll be shocked if anybody kicks his way the rest of this game and the rest of the season.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So here comes the Missouri State offense. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Off the play fake on first down. Dumps it to the back. Got a man. It's Green.
And love offenses that are willing to find matchups and take advantage of them. Like, use your running back in the middle of the field. You want to use a linebacker, so be it. He can beat it. This guy has really good speed, really good ball skills, and I like the way they're using him out of the backfield.
Wide open downfield. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Green. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Blasted as he lets it go. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell in.
They couldn't connect on second down, now staring at a 3rd and 9. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the big tight end. Got his man. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
That is a play the offense absolutely had to have. They're trailing, right? This is a big 3rd down, but what a great job by the QB and his target being on the same page, hooking up for that big-time play. Now they're in the red zone, and all of a sudden...
Touchdown, Missouri State! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Looking for the tie with the extra point. And these offenses are just putting up numbers.
They got so much speed at so many positions with spread football now in college. It's so hard to stop. Defenses are just trying to hold on, shut them down in the red zone, and not give up a touchdown.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Florida International offense is back on the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Not in lockstep there with the receiver. Sometimes a quarterback just needs to turn the ball loose. It was like he tried to guide that one in, and it disrupted the timing.
Yeah, and just like in basketball, when you shoot a shot and you start trying to aim it, you really, really miss. You know, quarterbacks, they got to quickly be able to recognize, do I need to fire it? Do I need to put a little air underneath it? And it's just a tough thing for a quarterback to be able to do. But over time, you see they have less and less mishaps like that.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Right on the money. He's got 1st down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. The Panthers are flying down the field. Looking to throw on 1st down. Lost one deep down the right side. Touchdown, Panthers. That's the way you finish a drive and put up points. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7.
This offense needed a big play, and that is the guy that they need to go to help create a spark on offense. Awesome job.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Bears offense makes its way onto the field. They're down by a touchdown, but hoping to dial up some plays and pull even in what's turning out to be a really good football game. Defense looks like they're coming. Motion from the wide receiver. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Under fire. Zings it complete to the right. Breaks into the open. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Down to 2 minutes to play. We'll take the timeout. They'll talk it over. A chance to tie or even take the lead before the break. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Running inside. It's Green. Got enough for the 1st. Oh, the sweet juke gets him free. Nothing but green grass down the middle. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Missouri State. Extra point here will tie the game.
This has been a back-and-forth battle with a lot of football left to go. Really nice job executing on that rushing touchdown. If they get this extra point, this thing is all tied up.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. The Panthers offense comes out ready to go on the attack. As productive as these two offenses have been early, you really can't afford an empty possession here. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Going with the ground game left.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So then getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. From the gun. That one never had a chance. Incomplete. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Not a lot of room on the return, but he'd already gotten the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Finds his big tight end. How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him too? They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running, 2nd down coming.
I like this tight end. He does a really nice job on his route running. He's been beating man coverage. He can find the soft spots and zones. You got to get him involved.
And we've seen him do it by land, right? They've been handing him the football, and he's been finding space, making some plays, and now he does it by air. They find him, throw him the football, proving to be a dual threat. This is a guy they like to feature in this offense because he'll continue to make.
Makes the grab in their space. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17. The Bears call a timeout. That'll be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. The Bears will snap it on 1st and 10. On the option. Now the pitch.
Playing the option, man, consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Makes the grab on the left. Touchdown, Bears! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Panthers offense comes out ready to go to work. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
They really got things moving on this drive. Second play of the drive comes from the 37. Oh, he makes the catch. Now the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And the Panthers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. Makes the grab. Slips a tackle, and he's got room. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it.
Well, you're trailing in the game. Someone's got to make a play. There's an accurate throw by the quarterback, and when you throw it accurately like that, you give your receiver an opportunity to advance the ball. Good, strong running. He's able to break a tackle, and that's an explosive play they need now as they're trying to tie this game up.
Wants to throw on 1st down. That's caught. It's Lee. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the 1st down. Timeout taken by the offense. It's their 2nd. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this 1st half. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. Fires to the wideout. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. It's complete on the right side. Excellent job using the clock. They get the timeout. 2 ticks remaining, and now they can put up points before going to the locker room. And as the clock is winding down here in the 1st half, they'll send out the field goal team. Just drives it between the uprights. That'll bring them to within 4. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country. FIU has it on a tee, about ready to go here in the 3rd quarter. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. What did they have to say coming out of halftime, Holly?
Catching up with Coach Casey Woods at halftime. He says this all the time, but the team that holds on to the football and rushes the best usually wins the game, and that's what this team has done in the 1st half. The running back has been terrific. Great ball security, and offense now taking the field. They expect to continue that dominant run game here on offense to start the 3rd. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
And I go back to him again, too, man. I mean, just the big play, the play before, and they say, why not? Try it again, get it to the running back, try to create some space. Better job by the defense being gap sound, coming downhill, not letting him break tackles and make a big play.
He's got it on the right. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great...
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
Well, you got to know as a quarterback, when you're in an empty set, which means you have no running backs in the backfield with you, you got to be able to get rid of the football. And you're expecting pressure. The clock's going to go off in your head. Not a good job of keeping 2 hands on the football, and the defense able to knock it loose.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Wide receiver comes in motion. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Gets it out fast. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Just another big play for this guy who spent the entire game wide open, couple of touchdowns there, and he moves the sticks again, David.
Yeah, so I'll keep finding him.
Maybe got some room, headed to the goal line. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave a little bit of everything on that one. On 1st and goal, let's see if FIU can get it in. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Panthers! And with that one, they jump on top here in the 2nd half. Now offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does, takes advantage of great field position.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Okay, guys, the Bears offense comes onto the field. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. It gets you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
Last completion picked up a couple. Here comes 2nd and 8. Looking to fire. Got a man. It's Green. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Got his man on the right. At the 45 on his way. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Man, they've been scoring a lot of points. When you've got the skill and you've got the speed outside at wide receiver, that's why. And here we are in the second half, and nothing's changing. If they can't cover us, we're going to keep taking shots, and that's what you got to do. This quarterback right now, he's in a beautiful rhythm. He's seeing the field. The game looks slow to him right now, and he's executing at an incredibly high level. And these receivers outside, man, they are winning each and every time.
To the air on 2nd down. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Rushes on him. They got him. Great pressure by this defense. Now, after the sack, there is a man still down. And the Bears will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll try to field the punt and see if he can give his offense better field position. Coverage was all over him before he had a chance to breathe, and they knock him down deep in his own territory. 90 yards in front of them as they start the drive at their own 10. On the run, deep down the right side. He makes a catch. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Well, it's the first play of the drive, and they're backed up, but you're seeing the confidence this coaching staff has in their quarterback and their skill players because they are taking a shot. Great release off the line of scrimmage, tremendous speed, nice catch. All of a sudden, they're in great field position.
Knocked down after a pickup of maybe 2, and man, that pursuit, they had their hair on fire. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Motion from the wideout. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Now he's going to break the pocket. It's incomplete. Good job by the defense sticking with its coverage.
Zone coverage that time, and the cornerback, a nice job with his eyes. He's watching the quarterback. He sees the ball thrown, so he knows exactly when to break on it. He's able to break it up for an incompletion.
Some 3rd down conversions tougher than others. This one, a long one on 3rd down from the 43. Back to throw, it's Daly. He'll try to do it himself. Still on his feet at the 45. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22.
And that's the problem, man. You want to heat this guy up. You want to bring some pressure, but you see the other side of that coin. You bring pressure, he sees it, he can run, get the 1st down. This defense, it's kind of a pick your poison. Too soft.
Touchdown, FIU. Made the grab and took it on in for the score. What a game he's had. 3rd touchdown of this one and 5 on the season. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10.
really nice job working the route, getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So here comes the Bear offense. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
Plenty of time left in this football game. No need to panic. This offense just has to put a couple drives together. And listen, the defense will get this back and get some stops, Palmer, and get you the football back.
And I think here too, David, you have an opportunity to keep the pressure on the opponent. Yeah, they just went down and scored, but you score here, and this game's still tight. You keep their feet to the fire, so an opportunity here to keep applying that pressure.
And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. They'll move the wide receiver. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. Slips one guy, and now he's loose. Could be an alley. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32. Right around the halfway point of the season, neither of these squads that we've watched today rank, but here's the top 25 as it stands right now. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. They'll move the tight end. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Fires to the tight end. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Back to pass. Under fire. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. And it's good! And they've made it a one-possession game here in the 4th quarter.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Holly Rowe has an update.
Guys, here on the FIU sideline, I can see a developing situation with their quarterback and the coaches. Their QB has struggled here today with the turnovers, and there's a lot of conversation. They're showing him those mistakes on the film, trying to get him to see what he's missing. They want to get some confidence built back up in this quarterback, but right now he's shaking his head like, I've got this, I've got this. We'll see if he really does here to take the field. Guys?
Appreciate that, Holly. They're looking to throw on 2nd and short. Quickly out to the tight end. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
Takes the easy throw in the flat. Makes the catch, and he's free. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack.
You know what's interesting? At this point of the game, with the lead in the 4th quarter, the defense is expecting them to run the ball, and because they're putting so many guys close to the line of scrimmage, they're taking advantage, throwing it 2 straight completions now back-to-back.
Some belief in that running game as they pick up 5 to the 35-yard line. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking to fire. Here's the pressure. And they got it.
Nice job by this defense here. They didn't do a good enough job on the last drive, but, man, we got to get to the quarterback, affect him, get him in predictable situations like you did right here now on 3rd and long.
What a big play this one could be. Tight game, getting late, 3rd and long coming up. Oh, they're after him. The Bears call a timeout. That'll be their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. FIU will line up to punt. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. And the punt team gets down there and touches it dead. That's where they'll put it in play. So here comes the Missouri State offense. They got the stop they needed. Now can the offense pay it off and tie this game up late? Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Firing deep. And his throw is incomplete. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. The run inside. It's Green. Just gets it to the 20, a pickup of 1. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. That is the junior tight end who they are taking a look at, and we'll have Holly Rowe check on his situation. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Finds his big tight end. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35.
And that is a different collision. When you're trying to hit the tight end after he catches the football, this ain't a 185-pound wide receiver. Most of these guys, 240, 250, 260, try to go low, take out those ankles. And you see a lot of times that's when they hurdle or they're used to it too. But those big, strong athletes are hard to get to the ground.
Pocket breaking down. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity. The Bears now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Just a little off. Incomplete. They've made 3rd down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. Tight end now in motion. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. They got the sack, but there is a man down on the play. Down a possession here in the 4th, and they'll need to convert on this 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Bringing the heat. Gets away. He lobs one high down the left side. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. He's got enough for the 1st down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. And the Bears come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air on 1st down. Finds his big tight end. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on 1st down. Wants to throw it again, and why not? Firing to the right, complete. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
And I think the defense doing a really good job of understanding this is late in the game. It matters. Taking away the sidelines, taking away the middle of the field, making him kind of check the football down, go through his progressions, and make that clock tick.
And, guys, if they can make their way into the end zone, we'll have a tie game in the 4th, and the stage will be set for a great finish. Here comes the heat. He wants it all. Touchdown, Bears. Got it right in the heart of the end zone.
Really nice touchdown. Now it's decision time. Extra point will get you to OT. Do you try to win it right now with a 2-point play?
And he knocks it through for the tie here in the 4th quarter. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. Guys, FIU ready to go back to work on offense. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Pick up of 8, it's now 2nd and 2.
All right, you're at a point in the game now where you've got to go. You need to get down the field and score points. I'm all for running the football, but in this part of the field, you now got to start kicking it into overdrive, start taking some shots and gaining up some yards.
Caught, and he's got room. He'll be pulled down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line as they play a little pitch, catch, and run. Trying to save time on defense, they use their 2nd timeout. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Baylor Bears called their 3rd and final timeout. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. Picked up some of what they needed on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Still some work to do here on 3rd and goal from the 3. Trying to barge in. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into 4th down.
Home crowd not going to love it. You got to throw the ball to win this game. They do not like the play call with not a lot of time left in the game.
Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world.